Hi, I'm Mr. Potato Head. Ha, fooled you. Just kidding. I'm uh, I'm Comrade Vladimir, and this is Double Plus Real News. Our special edition today is about cancel culture. Well, holding people accountable for their words and actions uh, is actually what cancel culture is. Or some people might describe it as the Frankenstein monster of the political dissent movement. Well, this is an incomplete list of people and things that have been canceled recently. Of course, there are at least several new things and people added every day. So this is just a partial list. John Muir, the father of our national parks, Dr. Seuss, Mr. Potato Head, Splash Mountain at Disney World, Cracker Barrel Restaurant, Dianne Feinstein, Gone with the Wind, Cops, the TV show, Female Athletes, Gone with the Wind, the book and the movie, uh, the book When Harry Became Sally by Ryan Anderson, the social media website Parler. There was a Christian church in Alabama that lost its lease to use the public school property because someone didn't like one of the tweets from the pastor. Shakespeare, Mark Twain, J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter novels, Homer's Odyssey, F. Scott Fitzgerald, and I couldn't find Mein Kampf and the Communist Manifesto on any cancel culture list. There was a 9-year-old girl in a public school that wore a face mask that said, "Jesus loves me." She was canceled by her teacher and the principal, I believe. To Kill a Mockingbird, both the book and the movie. Scholastic children's books, because they published at least one book about President Trump. Books with animal characters. I guess that's because you can't tell what color they are or what race. I don't know. Paw Patrol, a kid's show about police officer puppies, I guess it is. Lego play sets, especially if they're play sets that show police stations. Dolly Parton, The Muppet Show, Elmer Fudd, Goya Foods, Aunt Jemima, Eskimo Pie, Land O'Lakes Butter, Quaker Oats, Uncle Ben's, Miss Butterworth's, Cream of Wheat, Cocoa Pops, L'Oreal, Adidas, many statues in public places across the nation, and also a public school. Public schools in a lot of cities, or some cities, have been renamed, and statues have been torn down. For instance, all Confederate monuments have been canceled in one way or the other. Christopher Columbus, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Abe Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, Theodore Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, James Monroe, Herbert Hoover, James Garfield, William McKinley. Also, the guy that plays Mr. Bean, in the comedian, Rowan Atkinson, he was canceled. Jimmy Fallon, Michael Jackson, and dozens of other celebrities that you may or may not have heard of. I've seen a list of celebrities that I've never heard of, so I'm not even going to list those. Some more presidents. Yeah, I already listed those. There's also everyday people, not just famous people and famous things. There was a black school security guard who was fired for using the N-word, but he was talking to a student and asked him not to direct that word at him. So he was fired for that. But when there was a national uproar about his firing, he was rehired. There was a teacher that was fired for failing to address a student by his self-identified gender pronoun. Then there was a California University communication professor. He was placed on leave for using a Chinese word in his class that sounded a bit like the N-word. He was trying to describe some kind of confusion in languages, and so he was placed on leave just for talking about a word. A New York professor was boycotted by his students for going to a demonstration just to listen to what they had to say. But because it was a pro-police demonstration, his students boycotted his classes, so he ended up with only a handful of students for all of his classes. And then now the university is investigating him for bias. And after a lengthy apology, there was a top Boeing executive that was forced to resign for an article he wrote 33 years ago. And that's when he was opposing allowing women to serve as fighter pilots. He was basically fired, asked to resign. I guess it's just about the same thing, for an article 33 years ago. Well, here's a tip for my comrades, and you can earn quick brownie points for this. And if you do this online, it's quick and easy. You can do it anonymously if you want to. But then you can show others how woke you are by calling out others for things that they have posted on their social media. This could be things that they've posted years ago that they can't even remember. They don't know they even did that. They forgot about it. So remember, we need to hold people accountable for what they do and what they say, especially online. And that's Double Plus Real News.